Hello, have a very good morning, teacher. This day we will talk about chapter 1. The topic is who was the pandemic affect the then general student in the academic area at the Liceo Cristiano Flavio Josefo in year 2020. Group members, Eduardo Ronald Villalta Guevara, Daniela Alejandra Rivas Flores, Violeta Raquel Serrano Martínez, Javier Alexander Rodríguez López, José Manuel Carvajal Gómez y Diego Alfonso Prieto. The introduction. This research refers to the issue of effect that the pandemic has caused to the student at the first years of general baccalaureate of the Liceo Cristiano Flavio Josefo during year 2020 to analyze this problem. It is necessary to mention the cause. Said by Spielberg in 1880. Tax anxiety is an unpleasant emotional reaction produced via the stimulus from the outside, producing physically and behavioral change in the subject.
In the 1.1, what we do is identify the general problem in the thesis field. Then that is the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 greatly affected education. What if it is affecting, it's necessary to take action now and maintain the quality of education as soon as very possible, and thus overcome this problem so that students can face this type of situation.
The 1.2 problem statement. Recently, on December 12, 2019, the Wuhan Municipal Health Commission in the People's Republic of China resolved that for 27 pneumonia, of which seven patients were in critical conditions too, which had us in theology a new human pathogen with high zoonotic capacity, traditionally known as novel coronavirus 2019. And a few weeks later has coronavirus disease 2019.
The investigation question. Who was the pandemic affect first year student of general high school in the academic area of the Christian Liceo Cristiano Flavio Josefo in year 2020? Justification is general description. To affect that the pandemic he caused worldwide to it hard hit our country and the young people of the Liceo Cristiano Flavio Josefo. We are no exception and had to face challenges in digital field. For this reason, appropriate mention must be provided so that they continue with online education. but access to the internet and appropriate digital device. And this continue with quality education that help tend to overcome arcade basic knowledge to be able to face higher education and become professional to the society. Describe the problem. According to the Ministry of Education in El Salvador, the 30,000 teachers have the skill to be able to teach online with the Aula platform. But in really problems of education in El Salvador face precarious and in virtual education students and the teacher have faced various conflict in the teacher learning process since the face-to-face education uh, was moved to the virtual due to COVID-19. Teachers were not prepared to adapt to the area of virtual education as many do not have the basic digital knowledge and nor they have the necessary the digital equipment to teach their digital class for the different platform available and some cause many do not have internet access because the line uh, in marginal areas and therefore education was deficient. A possible solution. For this problem, we consider in the important teacher area trained in the teacher that are some that know and know. The operation of digital platforms such as Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Classroom, Google Meet, Podcast, Facebook groups, WhatsApp, Armon, or other used model to help them to carry out their teaching work properly, so they can to provide quality education to all students. The student must also be made aware that they continue studying and prepared for the change that the education and please provide adequate and equipment and the material for their academic development. As a group, we must propose a solution to the our problem, and while we can't do anything about with the events uh, that occur in 2020, if we can take an example and propose a solution to the growing problem that is still present, which is still the drop in student performance. Now in the second year, display the reward. As mentioned about the problem is for focus of the effect of the pandemic. The general first year student suffered in the 2020 therefore. The aftermath of the use as student becoming a school and distribution time will helping both ourselves a group of the classmates so that we can consider both the physical and the physical, I'm sorry, consequence the pandemic is.
Scope, the limitation and limitation. Uh, Scope, the represent study show how the pandemic has affected 78 grade student years of general section A in the academic area of the Liceo Crucero Josefo. One limitation This is limited to students of the first year of the general section section E.A. the current Liceo Flavio Josefo in the year 2021. The limitation, the lack of contact he was with our college in the year 2021 by the declaration of quarantine at the national level, the lack of information of the subject on the effects that pandemic causes on the students, as they are recently seeing a lot of effect in the way of the pandemic.
1.6 Objectives of research. General objective. Determine what were the problems that had in 10 grade students of the Liceo Cristiano Flavio Josefo in section A. Area to the pandemic that affect our country in the year in 2020. Specific objectives. To investigate the different problems that the students have caused by the pandemic, to analyze what were the factors for the students to have problems in the study,
One point seven and research of the students during first period of the pandemic drop. That is a fact sign that we're adapting to the new virtual modality. And if the student did not enter virtual class, they would not understand the assignments. And therefore, the grade they of type is low. And if the student had been more aware of the virtual scribbles and the assignments, will have maintain a good average, and therefore their grades will not drop. If the students were distracted in the comfort of home, they did not turn in corresponding assignment, the grade point average is getting lower.
Thanks, teacher, for watching. God bless you.